Hello and welcome to the Etoft21sports Show for January 3rd. How is everyone doing? With what happened yesterday in the Monday Night Football game, we're doing the show a little bit different today. No Gino, no horse racing bet from Gino. I felt that we needed to really focus on what happened during the Monday Night Football game. XFL Jim is here right now. Him and I are going to have a discussion about what happened. Getting a couple takeaways from the week before, from the previous week, and then we're going to tell you guys some bets. But first of all, Jim, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I got snowed out of work today, so didn't have to go in. That's always a plus. Added on to my little vacation.
Okay.
And I've been enjoying. I just kind of took today and didn't do much.
A little me time. Sometimes you need a little me time. Sometimes, which I get. So obviously the big thing is what happened to Damar Hamlin. So this is what we know. In the first quarter, he suffered cardiac arrest. The first responders restored his heartbeat. His marketing rep, Jordan Rooney, tweeted out last night, his vitals are back to normal. They put him asleep to get a breathing tube down his throat. They are currently running tests. He repeated that earlier today when he was on the McAfee show. And then an hour ago, Hamlin's uncle came on TV and said his oxygen is down to 50%. So what does that mean? That means he's starting to breathe more on his own, which is a very good sign from the nurses I've talked to. Down below in the description is the link to his charity. You know, hey, what everyone's doing is great. If you guys could donate that to that, I've donated to it. You know, I'm sure it'll help out.
Yeah, I think he raised the charity got like $4 million in donations.
I'm looking at it right now. It's up to $5 million.
Jeez,
it is up to $5 million, which is great. So let's talk about it. I knew it was something serious as soon as we saw him down on the ground and the players circle around him and they were looking away. That's when I was like, oh shit, something is happening.
The way he fell to me is what triggered me to be like serious. I, like many people, I assume thought it was concussion related or head related at first. But no matter what happens, if a player falls like that, it's usually something not great. Like you, I didn't realize it was as serious as it was until you see the players not like facing the other direction.
And that's when I was like, oh shit. I think we have to give mad respect to those first responders. Yep. You know, with what they did there, world class. Bengals fans, I didn't hear any boos. No boos at all.
That'd be really bad if there were.
I know, but I mean, I think because like, dude, when you're at a football game, you're at an island. I mean, now it's gotten a little bit better. But some of these stadiums like have god awful cell phone receptions. You literally have no idea what's going on.
That's fair.
So for them to act like they did, I thought that was a class act by them. Now, how it played out to me was Buck had said they have 5 minutes. You saw Burrow start warming up. And then you saw Zach Taylor cross the field, talk to McDermott, cross the field, talk to him again. Was Zach Taylor the driving force from taking the players off the field, you think?
He might have been. I saw a couple tweets about that. So basically, right when he fell and like the ambulance came and everything, I just turned the game off. I thought it was over at that point. I didn't think they were going to – I didn't think – I saw later on Twitter that there was like a whole debate of whether like will they, won't they.
Oh, it's huge. It was like, it was like an hour later. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy. But
and then you
I think Zach Taylor might have been I heard some people were saying that like he might have offered to forfeit if it came to that.
I mean, I didn't hear that, but from what I saw on TV, I actually had the sound on too, Jim, while all this was going on. For those
wow.
I always watch in silence. It looked to me from what was on screen that Taylor was the driving force to get the game canceled, or at least postponed. I'd be shocked if they made it up. I don't know what's going to happen in the standings. I don't know how that's going to all play out or anything. But some stuff is bigger than football, and Hamlin's life is obviously bigger than any sport.
Yeah, and I don't know how you would expect those players to go out and continue playing or even play like late this week.
I don't even know how they're going to be able to play Sunday. I was thinking about this when I was working out this morning. And I mean, like, you can answer it too. Like, hypothetically, if you're at work and you see that happen to one of your coworkers, you're not going to be in the mental state to go back to work a couple days later.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out.
It honestly wouldn't shock me if their Sunday games are pushed back.
It wouldn't shock me, no.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me at all. Because football's such a mental sport, and these guys, if they're not mentally engaged, they could put their body in danger, and that could lead to them getting hurt. So, yep. We gotta think about that. Who Dey Nation tweeted out that T. Higgins has been at Hamlin's side since 11:40 p.m. That's the only site. That's the only handle online that's reporting that. I don't know if this is true or that. But if that's true, props to T. Higgins for doing that. I saw Bart Stott's thing. I mean, I thought that was totally irresponsible about Bart Scott or Skip Bayless, but I don't want to be a negative thing about this. Yeah. I don't want to be a negative thing about this and bring light to them. It was just, I have never seen anything like that before in my life. Never.
I've never seen anything. Well, there was a soccer player this year, wasn't there?
Erickson a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like, I was not watching that game. I saw the replays, but I've never seen anything like this live.
No, I've never seen anything like this live.
I mean, it was just I couldn't fathom it. And then you have Schefter and Berger in studio basically telling the NFL they need to cancel this game.
Yeah, like what? If you're in that position, if you're like Booger or if you're Schefter or if you're
Buck Aikman.
If you're Buck or Aikman, what do you even do?
I'll tell you this. I thought they handled that. They were in a awful situation.
About as well as you can.
I thought, exactly, dude. I mean, like, and they don't know anything that's going on. They're just reacting. I was following one guy on Twitter, Joe something from Fox 19 in Cincinnati. He was doing a great job. Then his Twitter crashed. I couldn't get anything going on from him. Yeah, and it's just mind-boggling to me that happened on the football field.
It's crazy.
I just don't really know what else to say. It's all over the news. I
hope that we hear soon that the recovery is started.
I hope so too. And when I came up with the idea to do this show, I want it to be like a feel-good show, talk gambling and everything, talk some sports and everything. And that's what we're going to try to do today under these tough circumstances. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with Hamlin. Again, the link to his charity is in the description to this video. So please, if you guys have tailed my picks or Jim's picks that we give out and you've made a little money, feel free to donate a little money to this foundation because it definitely deserves it. A couple takeaways. I have a little bit more than three. What are some of your takeaways from
Dolphins are dead. They're dead.
Yeah,
I'm
try
done.
to tell you about it.
I'm done. No playoffs. I'm stamping on it. Disappointing season. Unless we beat the Jets.
One of my takeaways is this. Seahawks got screwed, man. So this is my thing. The Seahawks got screwed. For those who don't know what I mean, they are scheduled to play at 4 p.m. Eastern or 4:30, whatever. Now, if they win, the Lions are eliminated, and the Lions play the primetime game against the Packers. So there's a possibility, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility that the Lions could give a less. Well, no, but I mean, like, they're playing the Packers. They're eliminated if the Seahawks win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they play the later game. What my point is, that could happen. Lions could be eliminated, and you get a less than 100% effort against the Packers from the Lions, and the Packers just steamroll them. I don't understand why this game isn't being played at the same time. I mean, to me, that's a distinctive advantage to the Packers.
That's a fair point. I never thought about that.
You know what I mean? Because like,
That's where flex scheduling would come in handy.
but that's what they did. They did flex it.
Well, what the fuck then?
I know. Every other Sunday night game has been elimination winning you get in. That should be the Titans game. The Titans Jags should be the Sunday night game.
Yes.
Okay. You know, it's just it doesn't make sense to me, and it gives the Packers a distinct advantage, and it sucks, and I think it's unfair. And people talk about the NFL being rigged. When you see stuff like this, it gives it legs.
Yeah, especially with a team like the Packers that they obviously want to see.
Yeah.
The NFL wants the Packers in the postseason.
It's
especially more than they would want the Lions.
I know, dude. We always get hated. My boys always get hated on. Always get
Nobody
hated
loves
on.
them.
Do you have any other takeaways? I have a couple more.
I've got man. I had one, but it's on the tip. Oh, are the Eagles not locked into their division?
They've won the division. They need to win to get the top seed.
That's what I thought.
My thing is this is brings me to my other thing. Minshew ain't it, man. I've been saying this for a while. Minshew just ain't it. His arm angle is worse than your boy Tua's. So he can't throw over the offensive line. He plays hero ball all the time. Jim is left. Jim is so disgusted.
I'm not listening to this. I'm not listening.
Jim is so disgusted. He left. He plays hero ball. You have A.J. Brown after the game, visibly pissed off at him, throwing him under the bus to the media. So he's a backup quarterback at best. And the best analogy I ever heard with a backup quarterback is you want a backup quarterback to be like Tom from accounting. Someone who's just comes in, does the job, you never see him again. Just a reliable guy like Tom from accounting. You don't want like, whoever who to come in and play hero ball. You want a reliable guy to get the job done. And that's not what Minshew is. And I don't know why people like him. He wears jean shorts with his ball sack hanging out.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I don't get it.
I love that.
I don't get it. Minshew, I've hated Minshew since he's come in. I don't think he's it. I think he's a backup.
You hate pro Minshew, but I fell in love with him in college. That's where I fell in love with him.
And I'm great. You guys have a swan song. Maybe we can make it into a Hallmark movie one of these days.
He was great at Washington State. He was fine on those Jaguars teams.
But Tom from accounting is reliable. He's reliable, though, and that's what I want in my life.
I feel like so many backups nowadays want to be like Fitzpatrick.
But you can't be with that beard, Harvard education,
Well, no, like that's the thing. Like that's what because everyone loves because he plays hero ball. He plays wild. Like that's what Minshew does that a little bit. That's what Heineke does.
And he sucks too. Heineke sucks too.
Heineke's a fine backup. He
sucks, dude.
He's still the best quarterback on that roster.
Misty loves Minshew shorts.
I love the shorts.
Yeah, so I'm not a Minshew guy. That was my big thing.
That's fair.
My other big thing, Cowboys are losing first round. What they've
you think they play the Bucs?
Yeah, they're gonna play the Bucs, and they're gonna lose first round.
They're gonna lose. Yeah.
They play up. They've done nothing, but they've played up and down to their opponents all year. You're playing the Titans, who are rolling out basically four stringers, and you have to battle into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then my last one.
I got one. I got one. And I hate myself for it, but I'm starting to believe in the Chargers.
I'm telling you, dude. The Chargers right now, if the playoffs were to start, they're going to be going to Jacksonville or Tennessee, whoever wins that game.
Yes.
That's a great spot for them.
Yes.
That is an absolute great spot. They win that game. And then they would then who would they go to? They go to Kansas City. I'm telling you guys right now, I rewatched that game. Mahomes doesn't look that good. His balls are sailing. And anytime they get inside the 10, it's like freaking Circus Olay with all the trick play shit they're running.
Yeah, the red zone for the Chiefs is getting to be a real issue.
I mean, they just don't have that guy. You can't rely on McKinnon. I know he's been great in the backfield, but it's just, I don't know. I think the Chargers are live. I'm sitting them at 24-1 to win it all.
Don't have that.
I actually, you know what? I got two more. What are the Commanders doing? We would all agree that Scary Terry is their best player, right? Best player.
Correct.
last week versus the Browns, 5 targets, 2 receptions, 25 yards. Logan Thomas had more targets than him. Logan Thomas had more targets than him. The week before, against the 49ers, 5 targets, 4 receptions, 77 yards. Guess who had more targets than him?
Was it still Logan Thomas again?
It was still Logan Thomas.
Well, you know who played the majority of these games?
Yeah.
At quarterback.
Carson Wentz.
I mean, yeah.
3 weeks ago against the Giants, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 70 yards. Dotson had more targets than him. I get Dotson's young and explosive and everything. Scary Carey's the alpha dog in that wide receiver group. He needs to be getting the ball. And I hate the Vikings. I think the Vikings are bluffs. But the one thing the Vikings do is they get the
ball to Jefferson.
Yeah, and that's what the Commanders needed to do. You have Rivera not knowing the situation about them possibly getting eliminated. He needs to go. Scott Turner needs to go. Daniel Snyder needs to go. Del Rio needs to go. They just need to start that whole thing all over.
They need to like burn that organization to the ground and start from scratch.
The stadium's falling apart. Remember that clip a couple years ago?
Yeah.
When the stadium fell apart?
Yeah. People were getting poop rain on them.
Yeah, we're talking the Chargers. Chargers are going to be tough, dude.
I'm with her, though. I'm disgusted by it, and I believe in them, but I know that's going to let me down.
They can't stop the run.
Well, no, like it's not even just that. The second anyone puts any faith in the Chargers, they disappoint. It's their MO.
That means method of operation.
Yeah, it's how they do things. That's also my take, Bobby, is Herbert. I feel like I'd put Herbert up against any quarterback.
Which brings me to my other thing. We're hearing all these rumors, okay? We're hearing all these rumors about these different coaches going to the Broncos. Here's my thought process. If you're Sean Payton, okay?
No.
Why would you want to go to the Broncos? You're going to have, we can all agree that the top 4 quarterbacks are Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert right now. Top 4, right?
I'd say that. And then on his best day, you could slide. I would put Lamar at like 5.
Okay. So, but the thing is, you'll have 4 games a year against Herbert and Mahomes. Why would anyone want to go to Denver?
Not to mention, you don't have any like draft space to work with. And you're stuck with like, maybe he can be good again. You're stuck with Russ for like 2 years minimum.
I don't know. I don't know about Jay Fields.
I think if he was on a different team, he'd be way better.
He gets hurt too much. He runs too much. He just has a secondary read. Rumors do make the world go round.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's a lot of people were saying that about Hurts last year.
Yeah, maybe Hurts can.
I think there's a possibility Fields could be Hurts light. I don't think he's as good of a passer at all.
They definitely need to get a wide receiver. I mean,
yes.
Oh my God, if they, I mean, I know he's got 1 more year left, but Marvin Harrison Jr. and Fields would be absolutely insane.
Be dangerous.
I'll tell you what. You know who has no interceptions since week 6?
Hey, Jared Goff's legit.
Like, dude, he's got no interceptions since
he's legit.
6. He's playing well.
He got picked too high in the draft, but he's actually a really good quarterback.
All right, so now let's shift our attention to the betting. That's obviously what the show is. Obviously, the show is a little bit different because of what happened on Monday. Uncle Rico, give me some winners. You know what, Bobby? That's what I'm going to hope to do, man. Obviously, it's not looking like it's a big winner day on the basketball court today for the big guy. Struggling a little bit. You know what? It would make my life complete too if Marvin Harrison and Justin Fields came together. That would be absolutely phenomenal. That'd be great.
That'd be beautiful. That'd be poetry on the field.
Jimbo, talk to me, buddy. What is your first bet?
Texans money line. Don't overthink it. Fade the Colts. Fade Jeff Saturday.
They've given up, dude.
He's won 1 game.
Yeah, against the Raiders.
Yes. Colts are auto fade forever.
They've given up.
Give me the Texans.
But here's the thing: if the Texans win and the Bears lose, does that mean
I don't think the Texans are a good enough run organization to care about that.
Wow. Could you imagine if the Bears somehow get the first pick,
That would be hilarious.
and then they could trade it for more picks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It'd be great for the Bears.
My first pick, and I hate to do this to you.
Yeah, you should hate it.
Jets plus 2.5. Teams that need to win the last 2 weeks of the season are 39% ATS. The Finns need to win to get in. They're starting former K-State great Skylar Thompson.
Love
Thompson
Skylar.
should not be laying points against the Jets defense that are 6 DVOA in total defense. I think the Finns will really struggle to move the ball. I think Thompson will end up making a mistake that will give the Jets the win.
So you like the Jets outright?
I like the Jets outright, dude. I took the 2.5. You know, I like them outright. I know the line's dropping right now.
I see it as a pick 'em right now.
I still take the Jets at a pick 'em. Laying points, I wouldn't do, but as a pick 'em, I would.
I think I got the under when it was like 40.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many points in that game.
I don't think there's going to be it's at like, I'm seeing like 38, 39. I still like that. Give me the under there.
Let me ask you this.
I see the Jets winning too because I see it being a defensive battle, and I think the Jets' defense is better.
And that plus 450 of the Dolphins not to make the playoffs I gave to you a couple weeks ago is finally going to cash.
Still not going to take that. Still wouldn't take that.
What would you think of McDaniel's first year?
I'd still call it a success. The offense looked really good throughout. I think we have I hate to say it, I feel like we have an injury-prone quarterback. Like, I think Tua is serviceable when he's fine, but I want more than serviceable.
Serviceable. I don't think he's serviceable at all. I've been anti-Tua.
I think he's serviceable. I think he's a fine quarterback. I think the offense, he's like Jimmy G. Fuck you, Bob. I think he's serviceable, but I don't think we'll reach the next level with him. Give me a list of guys, and I would tell you if I would rather have Tua than them.
Justin Fields or Tua?
That's it. See right there? That's McDaniel offense. I'd rather have Tua. I like his passing better than Fields. Goff. Yeah, Goff.
So, I mean, there's probably 16 quarterbacks, dude.
Yeah, I'd put him around like the middle. He's a median quarterback.
Baker.
He's the middle of the league. Baker? I'd rather have Tua than Baker.
Tua, dude. Misty. Tua sucks, dude. I hate it.
I'd rather have Tua than Baker. I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying he's like middle of the pack. He's a median quarterback.
I can't stand Tua, dude. I don't mean to be mean.
Why do you hate him?
Because he's not that good, dude.
That's fine.
Not that good. He's not that good.
He's not. He's a median level quarterback. He's like 17th or 16th.
Mike White or Tua?
That's tougher. I don't have the sample size on either of them. I'm probably going Tua, but that's a tough one. That's like
Mac Jones or Tua?
Tua.
Sam Darnold or Tua?
Tua.
Mayfield or Tua?
I already said Tua on that one.
I know. I wanted to see if I could catch it.
I'm going to say Tua.
Davis Mills or Tua?
That one's a tough one too, but Mills has had a really bad year. I think I go Tua more often than not.
Taysom Hill or Tua?
See, there you go. I might go Taysom.
Yes. I hate Tua's shorts too. All right.
Eric just hates Hawaiian people.
You know what? I'm not fond of people from Hawaii.
My next one is I'm taking the over in the Vikings Bears.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, over 4. I'm saying 46. Give me that over.
I like that. Second bet. I'm going back to the well. Give me my boy, Mike Vrabel. I'll take the Titans plus the 6.5. But you know what? I'm gonna wait for a 7. I think we can get a 7 here. I'm gonna wait. I think this is the overreaction to the Titans sitting everyone, losing by double digits to the Texans. Jags coming off that big win. Sorry. Titans sitting everyone is the Cowboys. Jags coming off that big win against the Texans. Vrabel is a road dog, 57%. 64% is 57% as a dog, 64% as a road dog when the line is above 3. Titans are 2 DVOA versus the run. With the injuries to the Jags offensive line, I think they're going to be able to get to Lawrence, make him uncomfortable in the pocket. Plus, How are the Jags going to stop Henry?
I have no idea.
The last 7 games, he's averaging 142 yards rushing. And in the first game of the season, he rushed for $121. Teams like the Jags, who are on a 4-game ATS winning streak and are home favorites of 3 to 7 points, are only 45% ATS. Peterson, 45% ATS is a home favorite. 42 when the line is above 3. I like the Titans here. For those that watched it a couple weeks ago when I gave out the Jags at 9-1 to win the South, small hedge on the Titans money line too.
Smart man.
I know, dude. That's
Working
why
the
I'm
numbers.
That's why I'm the old Uncle Rico, dude.
I like that play.
Third bet, Jimbo. Lay it on me.
Oh, I feel gross about it. Taking the Broncos +3.
Jeez.
Locked into the playoffs. Chargers, they're beat up.
Chargers can't move. They're like locked into that position.
Exactly. They're not moving any up or down. I assume they're going to be sitting players. They're banged up. Home dog, give me the Denver Broncos. Also, removing Nathaniel Hackett from the situation, I do like the Broncos a little bit more.
I will say this. They looked so much better organized.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You could just tell Hackett was so far. Hackett was more over his head than I thought he was. I knew he was going to be over his head, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad.
I'm seeing +3 at even money.
Tempting. My third bet. Rams +6.5. I'm away for a 7. Again, teams that need to win, I like to fade because the public likes to bet them, and there's a little bit misconception on them. Like I said, 35% last 2 weeks, teams that need to win. McVay, 64% ATS versus Terrell, 67 as a road dog versus Carroll. If you look at the last 5 weeks per DVOA, these teams are even. Absolutely even. Rams are starting to play better now since they have some stability with Baker at the quarterback position. They're not rolling out Woodford, who is that? Wofford or Perkins. Seattle is 24th DVOA against the run. Cam Akers, one of the hottest players in the league. I think the Rams will be able to move the ball on them, stay within the number. And with the NFL potentially being rigged, I hate to say it, I think the Rams could straight out win.
Are the Rams alive?
I think the Rams are alive, dude. I'm going to play them on the money line, too.
I like that.
I'm going to play them on the money line. You're not taking the Lions plus the 4.5, my friend?
I thought about it. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take that gamble yet.
I got a lengthy text message from my friend. And what he said is going to happen is the Rams will beat Seattle. The Lions are going to get up 21-3. And then it's just going to be like a flag show. That's what he said is going to happen. Just an utter flag show.
What I should do is I should parlay the Rams money line plus the Lions first half.
Lions +4. I'd wait on that. I'd wait. I like the Rams, the Titans, and the Jets a lot more. This last week is kind of interesting. You really got to see like who's playing, who's not playing. There's a lot of movable parts.
It's like bowl season.
It is bowl season. But you know what? If you think the Lion, but sometimes it's kind of fun to do these parlays. Like I don't know if you did the parlay last year where it was Jaguars to straight up win and what was it? Jaguars to straight up win and the Chargers and Raiders tie. But if that happened, both the Raiders and the Jaguars got in. They were offering crazy like payouts because they had so much liability to that stuff.
What happens if the Jets and Dolphins tie?
I don't know. I think the Patriots hold the tiebreaker, so I think the Patriots win and they're in.
Yeah.
I mean, let me Google.
Well, the Dolphins split with the Patriots.
No, but I think they hold the tiebreaker though.
I think they do.
I mean, this is per whatchamacallit.
I think Patriots are winning their in.
Patriots are winning their in. This website is god awful with what I'm.
They are playing the Bills though.
The Patriots clinch a wild card berth with a win over the Bills, or the Dolphins lost to the Jets, Steelers lost to the Browns, or the Titans lost.
Oh, that's
to the
right. The
Jaguars.
Steelers can still make it in.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Steelers.
The Dolphins clinch a wild card with a win over the Jets, and the Patriots lose.
Yes.
The Steelers win over the Browns. Patriots. So this would be a fun one. You know, bet the because all that's chalk. All that is chalk. Yeah, like there's no real fun parlays. Maybe do a Lions money line and a Rams money line.
That's what I was gonna think. I was gonna do the Lions and Rams. That'd be a fun one.
I mean, that'd be the money line to do. And then when the Lions get up 21-3, you can just hedge out of it.
Yep.
I wonder what that plays. Let's look at our friends over at a book I'm not going to mention. Lions are plus 193.
100 pays out 896 for that parlay. At a book we will not mention.
Which is one of my favorite books to play at. Jim, I'd like to thank you for coming on and talking. I know it was a tough episode, with how it started and everything. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you, and why don't you give a pick for the national championship on Monday?
You can find me on Twitter at XFL Jim, YouTube XFL Jim, Instagram XFL Jim, TikTok XFL Jim. There's a lot going on. I'm XFL Jim everywhere. There's a lot going on because XFL is coming up. Just announced Josh Gordon in the XFL, playing for Seattle, baby. We're getting Gordon time.
I mean, no comment.
When it comes to the national championship game, the money seems to be coming in on TCU.
Yep.
I'm gonna will it to victory. They're the team of destiny. Give me TCU straight up.
Dude.
Georgia looked vulnerable in that playoff game.
This is my thing. Georgia really struggled defending CJ Stroud against the run. Max Duggan is definitely
he's a capable runner.
He's a runner. So I think they're going to be able to move the ball. I just don't know, man. It's
tough. It's tough.
I hate to use this term, but did they shoot it all in that first game?
I don't know, man. Every TCU game this entire year has been crazy.
I mean,
every single one's been crazy. And they've all had like second half comebacks. So I don't know. They're a weird team. Also, watching Ohio State and Georgia, I don't know if Georgia has the DBs to keep up with Quinn Johnson.
That's a good point. Because definitely that game did switch when Marvin Harrison Jr. exited the game.
So if that happens, like if Quinn Johnson's out, then Georgia's running away with it, I think.
Yeah.
But I think he's a huge difference maker. And just like you said, I think Max Duggan is a really good runner at quarterback. And I think it's going to be another shootout. I like the over. Because I don't see TCU being able to put that much pressure on Stetson Bennett.
One more. Bryce Young or Tua?
Bryce Young.
Stetson Bennett or Tua?
Tua.
All right, man. Jim, thanks. Make sure you give Jim a follow. We'll be back here next week with Joe Madden as the special guest. Make sure to check that out.